have been confirmed for Smash 4. How crazy is that? On top of ESAM, on top of all the other great competitors that we have coming out, MBD, so many good competitors. But enough about out-of-state players. Let's get back into some hometown boys like Sethlon. I freaking love watching him play Roy.
Oh yeah.
He's come so far with this character. He's played him in other games, and then he went through a little transition period at the beginning when he started playing this game. But he's just come to, I think, that top of the mountain that he's been looking for. Recently placing in the top 8, like the past couple Shockwaves.
Yeah, and I think he got top 8 at the TLOC 1K as well. A very big region.
Top 5.
Which is so surprising. I mean, he didn't expect it. No one really expected it. But this is, of course, the mind of a champion. But going up against a young up-and-comer hoping to make some names himself, Beastly, with this Ness. Ness versus Roy, not a matchup that I guess most folks don't see too much. But we do have a bit of Austin in our area in conjunction with Sethlon to bring us our daily dose.
I feel like Roy is that perfect combo weight for Ness, as we're kind of seeing 96% already on Sethlon. Starting to get to those back throw kill percents. Let's see if Sethlon can try to bring this back and set up Ness into those dangerous off-stage positions that Ness player does not want to be in.
Well, I've been seeing Beastly implement shield quite a bit to get around Sethlon's attempts at using safe pokes and tilts to get him into the corner.
Yeah.
Sethlon is going to be countering that soon, trying to get in some grabs, and then with that, counter condition him to stop using the shield so much so he can finish with a big strong hit.
All right, so what we're going to see a lot from Sethlon is whenever he's put into to shield, he's going to immediately throw out a forward tilt. And from what I hear that's like the most advantageous frame-wise for a move to throw out of shield. So we're going to see that a lot, possibly as a kill option later. He's going to need to watch out for that grab, though. Oh, tried to set up something with that down tilt, missing just barely. That's going to be dangerous, but he didn't get punished. Okay.
Yeah, Beastly.
That neutral air.
It's almost like Beastly second-guessed himself on the punish. He's able to get the stock finally, but man, that was still rough. What a call-out from Sethlon. I love it. And that's the thing, is you get so scared just being trapped in that corner that it's so natural for you to want to roll, try to regain some control of the stage. And Sethlon, he's just that next step ahead. He's in your mind, and he knows
it's like
before
chess.
You put it in the controller.
It's like chess. Your next move's your best move, and Sethlon's always thinking of that next move.
Right now, he's got to be thinking about this deficit. Beastly, despite being the underdog in this match, is definitely making some waves and really taking the lead here, trying to push the advantage. It's Sethlon instead who's in the corner, but the grab will be changing the nature of this game.
Ooh, that back air on shield is going to start up some combos. Oh, I love the patience from Sethlon. Instead of running up, going for the grab, he took a minute, stepped back, and then right there, catching that roll on the stage so perfectly. You can kind of tell how he's into Beastly's head right now. You were talking about Beastly second-guessing himself. That's perfect for a player like Sethlon who's great at reading his opponent.
I mean, he's one of the best. Just such a smart mind among so many different Smash games. Beastly, he had a really a great start, but now at a deficit, starting to find some momentum again. Oh, going for the F smash.
Both of them going for the F smash.
Wildly. Beastly again, though, whiffing that grab punish opportunity. The second guesses are costly him.
I think that actually might kill. Yeah.
That's going to be game. Beastly slight pop off there. Sethlon taking a moment to just consider his options. Again, the fact that shield was so prominent there made it very difficult for Sethlon early on into the game. But what was it that let Beastly catch up?
I think it was that entire first stock. Sethlon did a phenomenal job of when he got to those back throw kill percents, he would let himself stay back. He would use his great disjoints, that sword, to keep Beastly out of the way. And in that last stock, we saw him rely a lot more on his shield than we had that first stock. So that's why Beastly was able to condition him into, or pressure him into holding that shield and then finally get that grab. So Sethlon's going to need to be very, very wary, similar to how he was in that first stock in this game too.
He's just trying to make the most of the fact that Ness, at the end of the day, is a little bit stubby.
Yes.
Sethlon does have the range advantage here, and he's just trying to best space himself where he's not going to be falling for something like an out-of-shield nair.
All right, Sethlon getting a good lead right here. Oh, he wanted that neutral get up so bad.
It's because last time Beastly rolled onto the stage, he was punished by an F smash. Sethlon was thinking that he wouldn't be doing the same option again.
Normally they wouldn't, but It's that fool me once mentality. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He didn't get fooled twice in this situation, so he's going to maybe be prone to do that again. Sethlon probably going to watch out for that. All right, he's in a very dangerous position. Great job from Sethlon. What an off-stage presence.
That was such a beautiful sequence of edge guards, just taking away all the different options Beastly had. Ness is a character who excels so much on stage, but like we saw off stage, if you have pretty much everyone, I think, has the tools to really deal with this character, except maybe in a little match.
I mean, honestly, when it comes to Ness off stage, I have to say he has one of the most obviously telegraphed, but most the worst recovery. Not counting Little Mac, because with Little Mac trying to contest his recovery is a whole different story. When it comes to Ness, you have like a timer. That up B, that string coming all the way to connect is a big timer for you to go out and punish him, and that's so dangerous for Ness. And Sethlon did a great job taking advantage of that. Let's see if he's able to do it again. Let him come back to the stage this time, but was able to charge that neutral B and took out that last stock. Going into game 3.
That Flare Blade, it's an option that you can act out of pretty quickly. So if Beastly had gone for the roll onto Sage, then Sethlon could have just dropped it early, reacted, and he might have actually still been in a position where he could get a punish.
So instead of, why do you think that he did not go off to contest the up B like he did in the first stock? So he, instead of going out, he had definitely enough time to go out and contest against the up B for Beastly, but instead he stood on the stage to try the flare blade.
Right. First stock, if for some reason you mess up on your execution, then you have another stock to play with.
Yeah.
Your last stock, not so much, especially whenever your opponent is up in game. So it's definitely possible that he was thinking about risk reward.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep it safe, understanding that if he could just maintain the stage control that he had, then he would have been in a really great spot to win the whole match.
Okay. And as we saw, it definitely paid out for him.
I mean, again, we're seeing Beastly at a percent deficit, but he can bring this back. We saw him do it in the first game at the very end. One of those grabs was just so instrumental. And wow! He will take the trade. It's a pity that he couldn't make the recovery, but still evening things up. And that's another reason why it can be at times risky to go out and get those go out for those edge guards.
Yeah, and especially in that situation, Sethlon caught himself behind right where the PK Thunder was coming towards him. And then that trade, not what he wanted, but now he's not in a terrible position. Once again, stubbing up the combo, 65% on Ness. If we can keep this up, we're going to see a definite repeat of that lost stock. Beastly's not going to want to find himself off the stage, however. Putting himself right there, though.
So scary.
Sethlon has been so good with this stage presence. He has not allowed Beastly to stay on stage very often. Whenever he does get on the stage, he's right back off the ledge.
Yeah, that's just all part of his game plan. You talk about suffocating, and that's one of those words that comes to mind whenever you're playing against him. You just slowly lose everything, and you look, and you're already knees deep in quicksand.
I love the way he's DIing that down throw. He was DIing it to where he wouldn't get caught in that forward air string, and all he would eat was an up air. And in that situation, that up air is so much better than getting carried off the stage, which we haven't seen Sethlon deal with too much because Beastly hasn't really had as much as an off-stage presence as Sethlon had in this game. If he's possibly able to turn that around towards the end of the stock, if he even, that's why I said, the out-of-shield forward tilt. I told you that was going to come into play. Taking that last stock, sealing the set for Sethlon. Just a great showing overall, especially off the stage.
Really, really good. I was surprised by Beastly, though.
Yeah.
I mean, every game was relatively close.
Yeah.
I don't know how often he comes out to Shockwave, but he did really, really well.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Roy is that perfect combo weight for Ness, especially out of the throws, and a lot of his, his aerial combos, a lot of his PK fire shenanigans. But Beastly played that very well, especially with, like we were talking about at the beginning, Sethlon, who's been up and coming, placing in that top 10, top 8, top 5 placements recently. So that's definitely an amazing showing to have, and I hope to see him later on in the bracket.
Yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great.
Man.
So many players tonight.
Right.
We have
it was
93,
like
97.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
a
in the
90.
90s.
Yeah.
It's either in mid or upper 90s. That's how it is. One of them being Jason, of course. Fantastic Fox main.
Did you catch Come and Take It 3? Was it I think it was Caddy 3 in Austin this weekend.
Oh man,
Jason got 4th.
Yeah.